Be safe out there.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's move on to the next person, Mr. Ferguson.
Present.
Okay, Mr. Ferguson, let me call out your cases. The People versus Terrence Ferguson, calling cases SP 111-8583. Count 1, improper license. Count 2, improper plates. Count 3, unregistered or untitled vehicle, and SP 111-8582. Count 1, improperly displayed plate, and count 2, no proof of insurance. Today is the date set for an arraignment and technically a hearing. Appearance?
Rudy Sarah, P35720, appearing on behalf of Terrence Ferguson on all matters. I've discussed with Mr. Ferguson an offer that's been made whereby he would plead guilty actually to 2 counts of having improper plates on his vehicle, those resulting in no points. And in return for those 2 guilty pleas, it's my understanding that the other charges would be dismissed. Is that what you want to do, Mr. Ferguson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Ferguson, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sarah in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
Oh,
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
yes, ma'am.
And are you
Your
pleading
Honor.
guilty? That's fine. Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, Mr. Ferguson, do you wish to continue and plead guilty today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me a moment. I have to pull up your cases manually on this one. Okay, Mr. Ferguson, I'd like to bring your attention to October 4th, 2020, around 3:11 p.m. in the city of Detroit, somewhere near the street Green Lawn. Were you operating a 2003 Buick without, or with, I should say, with improper plates?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and
That is a satisfactory basis, Your Honor.
thank you for that. And I have to pull up one more case. I have to do everything remotely, so I don't have the cases in front of me. So give me one moment. 85822. And also, Mr. Ferguson, I'd like to bring your attention to October 4th, 2020, around 2:48 p.m. in the area of Green Lawn, same area, same time, same vehicle. Were you operating that vehicle without insurance? I didn't hear you, Mr. Ferguson.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I will amend the second plea to improper plates as discussed and dismiss the remaining counts. Is there a stipulation of probable cause?
We do stipulate the probable cause.
Right, and Mr. Ferguson, if you were listening, I'm being very generous, so I will dismiss both, or I will waive all your fines and costs. So that'd have been typically about 480 today, so I'm going to bring that balance to 0 for you, okay?
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You are welcome. Do you have any questions?
Oh, ma'am.
I should have explained to Mr. Ferguson, as I also should have actually to Mr. Farmer, that stipulating the probable cause means that we're agreeing that there was some reason for them giving you the original tickets in the first place. That's all that means. So please remember that, Mr. Frith Walker and Mr. Forsythe. Sorry, Judge.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And
Okay,
will I
Mr.
be
Ferguson. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was going to ask, will I be receiving anything in the mail due to this court date?
So I'm telling everyone not to rely on mail. You can go online and print out the results from our website, showing at the bottom, at the very bottom, it'll show that the case has been resolved and or dismissed, depending on which count you're referring to. So 3 were dismissed and 2 you pled guilty to. So if you go on
and that will be 36th district.
yes, just type in 36th district court in Google and it'll pop up. You can look your name up and you can look at every single case you've had with our court.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Any
All right.
questions other than that?
No, ma'am.
All right, you have a good rest of your day.
It's a lot. You too also.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Forsythe, let's take care of you next. Okay, this is the People versus Anthony Forsythe, calling case SP 111-6633. Count 1, no operator's license on person. Count 2, unregistered or untitled vehicle. And count 3, no insurance. Today is the date set for an arraignment appearance.
Attorney Sarah P. 35720. On behalf of Mr. Forsythe, we waive the formal reading, plea of standing mute on all charges.
Okay, for arraignment purposes, I will enter a not guilty plea.
Mr. Forsythe and I have had an opportunity to discuss a plea offer whereby he would plead guilty to a failure to display. I explained to him that has no points and is not reported to the Secretary of State. As a result, he would like to take advantage of that offer and enter that plea in return for dismissal of the charges on the docket.
Okay, Mr.
Is
Forsythe.
that correct, Mr. Forsythe?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Forsythe, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sarah in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Forsythe, I'd like to bring your attention to September 29th, 2020, around 8:15 p.m. near Midland Street in the city of Detroit, where you're operating a 2000 Chevy vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you stopped by a Detroit Police Department officer?
Yes.
And at that time, did you fail to display a valid operator's license?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, counsel?
I am, Judge.
All right, I will accept a guilty plea. I will well, actually, you know what? It's already a failure to display. I don't know why the docket said differently.
Oh,
So what I'll actually amend that to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That has better benefit when it comes to your driving record.
okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Forsythe, I will also waive your fines and costs today. So you are at a zero balance for these 3 matters.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And for the record, I'm dismissing the 2 remaining counts. Is there a stipulation of probable cause?
There is, Judge.
Okay, Mr.
And
Forsythe.
for the record, while Mr. Forsythe was muted, I could tell that he was profusely thanking the court for your generosity to the last defendant. So I'm quite certain that that same enthusiasm in his verbal thank you right now.
Yes.
I see it. Well, you're welcome. Hopefully that gives you a little relief.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you have a good rest of your day. If you don't have any other questions, you're free to log off.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good evening.
Okay, Mr. Frith Walker, you are the last person. We just lost him.
Oh,
There we go. He's logging back on. Okay, come on, Mr. Frith Walker.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
there was a connection problem earlier and I took down his phone number in case I need to
okay.
call him outside of Zoom.
Thank you for being proactive. Mr. Frith Walker, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's get you out here. This is the People versus Michael Frith Walker. Calling cases SP 110-3141. Count 1, driver's license suspended. Count 2, disregarding a traffic device. Count 3, No insurance. I think I said those numbers wrong. Strike that. SP 11031411, driver's license suspended. SP 11031337, count 1, disregarding a traffic device. Count
Right.
2, insurance. Count 3, registration. Set arraignment. Appearance.
Rudy Sarah, P35720, on behalf of Michael Frith Walker, who is on Zoom with us. We waive reading of the complaint on the driving with license suspended, enter a plea of not guilty on all charges.
For arraignment purpose, I'll enter not guilty.
I've discussed with Mr. Frith Walker an offer whereby he would plead guilty to 1 count of failure to display and 1 count of blockading traffic in return for dismissal of the charges on the docket, and he has indicated he would like to do that. Is that correct, Mr. Frith Walker?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Frith Walker, can you raise your right hand? I think it's a little delay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Sarah today in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you were actually guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 moment. I have to pull your cases on these manually. Okay, Mr. Frith Walker, I'd like to bring your attention to October 4th, 2020, around 2:07 p.m. in the area of somewhere around Canyon Street in the city of Detroit. 1, were you operating a 2000 Cadillac vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you disregard a traffic device at some point?
Yes.
And also, were you stopped by a Detroit Police Department officer?
Yes.
And did you fail to display a valid operator's license to that officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, satisfied, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will accept both the responsible plea and the guilty plea. I will amend the disregarding a traffic control device to blockading traffic. So you have both 0-point offenses on those, Mr. Frith Walker. And I will dismiss the remaining counts. Is there a stipulation of probable cause?
There is, Judge.
Okay. And same thing, Mr. Frith Walker, I'm waiving your fines and costs today. So you came out pretty good, 0 points and $0.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you can log off. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we have someone else just checked in. And I have a Sharon Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez, can you please unmute your device? She wouldn't be on the docket, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Ms. Rodriguez?
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi, what's going on? What do you need help